Hello, my dear students. Welcome to English Mastery Hub. I'm Logan, and I'm so happy to be with you today. I hope you are all doing well and feeling excited to learn English. If you want to speak English fluently and confidently, you are in the right place. Today, I want to take you on a special journey. I will share a day in my life and show you how I practice English all the time. From morning to night, I find simple ways to use English. You will hear the words I say, the habits I follow, and the small steps I take every day. Learning a language takes time, but if you practice every day, you will improve. I am not a native English speaker, but I train myself to use English as much as possible. I speak it, listen to it, read it, and write it. I make mistakes, and that's okay. Every mistake helps me learn. As I share my story, think about how you can use English in your daily life. Let's begin. Ding, ding, ding. My alarm clock rings. Slowly, I open my eyes. Oh, it's time to wake up, I say to myself. But my bed is so warm and comfortable, I don't want to get up. I close my eyes for a few more seconds. The pillow feels soft. The blanket is cozy. Maybe I can sleep just 5 more minutes, I think. But then I remind myself, no, I have goals to achieve today. I have to practice my English and start my day right. I stretch my arms and yawn. I still feel sleepy, I say. But I take a deep breath and tell myself, today is a new day. Today is a great day to learn something new. I step onto the cold floor. Brr! That's cold, I say and laugh. My feet feel cold, but I know I must start my morning. I walk to the bathroom and look in the mirror. My hair is messy, and my eyes are sleepy. Wow, I look like a bear! I laugh before picking up my toothbrush. I put toothpaste on my toothbrush and start brushing my teeth. As I brush, I practice thinking in English. Today, I will learn something new. Today, I will speak English with confidence, I say to myself. After rinsing my mouth, I splash cold water on my face. Wow, that's so cold, but now I feel awake. I take my towel and dry my face. I smile in the mirror. Good morning, I say to myself. Today is going to be a great day. I feel happy. I am ready to start my day. Now it's time to get dressed. I open my wardrobe and look inside. What should I wear today? I ask myself. I pick a blue shirt and black pants. This looks nice, I say. I put on my clothes and check myself in the mirror. Yes, I look ready for the day. Next, I go to the kitchen to make breakfast. I feel hungry. My stomach makes a small sound. Oh, I need to eat something, I say and smile. I take some bread and put it in the toaster. While waiting, I practice English in my head. What will I do today? What will I learn? I ask myself. The toaster makes a sound. Pop. The toast is ready. I take it out and spread some butter on it. I also make a cup of tea. I sit down at the table and take a bite. This is tasty, I say. I sip my tea slowly. The warm tea feels nice. While eating, I listen to an English podcast. The speaker talks slowly and clearly. I try to understand every word. Oh, I know this word, I say when I hear something familiar. That's a new word. Let me write it down, I say when I hear something new. I take my notebook and write the word with its meaning. After breakfast, I wash my dishes. Let's clean up, I say. I turn on the tap and the water runs. I wash the plates and cups carefully. I like a clean kitchen, I say when I finish. I wipe my hands with a towel. Now it's time for my English practice. I take my notebook and a pen. I sit at my desk and open my book. What will I learn today? I ask myself. I start with some vocabulary. I read a few words and repeat them. Apple, orange, banana, I say. I write the words in my notebook. Then, I practice speaking. I stand in front of the mirror and talk. Hello, how are you? I say. I am fine, thank you, I reply to myself. It feels funny, but it helps me improve. I practice sentences again and again. Practice makes perfect, I remind myself. Next, I listen to an English song. I try to understand the lyrics. This song is beautiful, I say. I sing along. Wow, this is fun. I smile. Singing helps me remember new words. Now it's time to read. I take my English book and start reading aloud. Once upon a time, I say. I read slowly and clearly. I enjoy the story. This is interesting, I say. After reading, I take a short break. I stand up and stretch. Ah, that feels good, I say. I walk around my room and look outside the window. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. What a nice day, I say. Now, I check my phone. I see a message from my friend. It's in English. Hey, how are you? It says. I smile. I type a reply. I'm good. How about you? I send the message. My friend replies. I'm fine too. What are you doing? They ask. I type, I am practicing English. That's great, my friend says. I feel happy. I am using English in my daily life. Every small step helps me improve. I tell myself, I am learning. I am improving. I am getting better every day. Now it's time to start the rest of my day. I take a deep breath and smile. Today is going to be amazing, I say. After freshening up, I stand in front of the mirror. Good morning. Today is a great day to practice English, I tell myself. I smile and look at my reflection. I am feeling happy. I will learn something new today, I say out loud. Speaking in English first thing in the morning helps me start my day with confidence. I take my phone and open a dictionary app. Let's learn a new word, I say. I choose the word determined. I read the meaning carefully. Determined means when you decide to do something and don't give up. I say it aloud. Determined. I am determined to improve my English. Then I practice a short conversation with myself. Hello, how are you today? I ask. I'm doing great, thank you, I respond. Talking to myself in English helps me feel more confident. It may feel strange at first, but I know it helps. Next, I take my English notebook. I write the new word, determined. I make a sentence. I am determined to learn English. I say it again. I will not give up. Now I check my phone messages. I have a message from a friend. It's in English. Hey, how are you? My friend asks. I type my reply. I'm good. How about you? My friend replies quickly. I'm great. What are you doing? I type, I am practicing English. My friend replies, That's awesome. Keep going. I feel happy. I am using English in my daily life. Every small step helps me improve. Now it's time for listening practice. I open a podcast in English. The speaker talks slowly and clearly. I listen carefully. Learning English is a journey, the speaker says. I repeat, learning English is a journey. I listen to a few sentences and try to repeat them. Practice makes perfect, the speaker says. I repeat, practice makes perfect. I also watch a short video in English. The speaker says, Don't be afraid to make mistakes. I say it again, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Speaking out loud helps me remember the words better. After that, I decide to read. I pick a simple English book. I read the first sentence. Once upon a time, there was a little boy. I say it slowly. Once upon a time, there was a little boy. I try to understand every word. If I don't know a word, I check my dictionary. I write new words in my notebook. Today, I learn brave. I write, brave means not afraid. I make a sentence. I am brave to speak English. Now, I take a short break. I stretch my arms and walk around my room. Learning English is fun, I say to myself. After my break, I do some writing practice. I write about my morning. Today I woke up early. I brushed my teeth. I made breakfast. I listened to an English podcast. I check my sentences. Great. I am improving every day. I decide to practice speaking again. I look in the mirror. What do I like to do? I ask myself. I answer, I like reading books. I like listening to music. I like learning English. I ask another question. Why do I want to learn English? I answer, because English is important. It helps me talk to people. It helps me find good jobs. It helps me travel. I practice for a few minutes. I feel more confident. Speaking every day makes me better, I remind myself. Now, I write down my goals. Today, I learned a new word. I practiced speaking. I listened to English. I read a book. I wrote sentences. I feel proud. Every day I am improving, I say. I smile. I will keep going. With my morning routine done, I check the time. Oh, it's already 8 a.m. Time to go outside. I put on my shoes and step out the door. I take a deep breath and smile. Ah, the fresh air feels wonderful. The sun is shining and the air is cool. I stretch my arms. It feels great to start the day early. As I walk to a nearby cafe, I practice thinking in English. I describe the things around me in my head. The sky is blue today. The birds are chirping. The street is busy with people walking to work. I see a man riding a bicycle. I see a woman holding a cup of coffee. There is a small dog walking beside her. I try to make more sentences. The trees are green. The flowers are pink. The air smells fresh. The wind is soft. The cars are moving fast. I practice saying some sentences out loud. The weather is nice today, I whisper softly. The city is waking up. It feels good to use English in my thoughts and words. When I reach the cafe, I greet the barista. Good morning. I'd like a cup of coffee, please. The barista smiles. Good morning. What size would you like? I think for a second. Medium, please. Would you like anything else? The barista asks. I reply, no, thank you. Just the coffee. I feel happy. I am using English in real life. While waiting, I listen to the people around me. A man orders tea. Can I have a cup of green tea? He asks. The barista answers, sure. Do you want sugar? The man says, no, thank you. A woman is talking on the phone. I will meet you in 10 minutes, she says. Yes, I am at the cafe now. I smile. Listening to real conversations helps me learn. I hear new words. I hear the way people speak. I practice in my mind. I will meet you in 10 minutes. I repeat it softly. Soon, my coffee is ready. Here you go. Enjoy your coffee, the barista says. I say, thank you so much. I take a sip. This coffee is perfect. I sit near the window and look outside. People are walking. Some are laughing. Some are looking at their phones. I take my notebook and write a few sentences. I ordered coffee in English today. I listened to English conversations. I learned new words. I feel more confident. After finishing my coffee, I step outside. The city is getting busier. I walk slowly, enjoying the moment. As I leave the cafe, I see a tourist looking at a map. The tourist looks confused. I take a deep breath. This is a great chance to practice English. I smile and say, excuse me, do you need help? The tourist looks relieved. Yes, thank you. How do I get to the train station? I think for a moment. Go straight, then turn right at the traffic light. The station is just a 5-minute walk from there. The tourist smiles. Oh, great. Thank you so much. I say, You're welcome. Have a nice day. As I walk away, I feel happy. Speaking English in real situations makes me feel more confident. I continue walking and think about other ways I can practice. I see a shop. Maybe I can go inside and ask a question in English. I enter the shop and look around. A salesperson smiles at me. Hello, can I help you? I take a deep breath and say, Yes, do you have a blue notebook? The salesperson checks the shelf. Yes. Here it is. I smile. Thank you. How much is it? It's $5, the salesperson says. Okay, I will take it, I say. I pay for the notebook and say, Have a great day. The salesperson replies, You too. I feel proud of myself. I spoke English again. I asked a question. I made a conversation. I keep walking and see a sign. Bus stop. I read the words slowly. Bus stop. I decide to practice more. I look at different signs. Supermarket, pharmacy, bookstore, park. I say them out loud. Supermarket, pharmacy, bookstore, park. I reach the park and sit on a bench. I take out my notebook. I write, Today, I spoke English with a tourist. I spoke English in a shop. I read English words. I take a deep breath and smile. Learning English every day is fun. As I walk home, I put on my headphones and play an English podcast. Listening to native speakers helps me understand the language better, I remind myself. The voice on the podcast is clear and natural. The speaker says, Good morning, everyone. Today, we will talk about daily habits. I listen carefully. Daily habits? Oh, that sounds interesting, I think. I focus on the pronunciation, the tone, and the way words connect in sentences. The speaker is talking smoothly. The words flow together. I want to speak like that, I tell myself. As I listen, I hear a new word, consistency. I pause the audio. What does consistency mean, I wonder. I take out my phone and open my dictionary app. Consistency means doing something regularly, again and again. I say the word out loud. Consistency. Consistency. I must practice English with consistency. Sometimes, I pause the audio and repeat what I hear. The speaker says, Good habits make life easier. I repeat, Good habits make life easier. Imitation is a great way to learn, I think. I try to copy the speaker's voice, pronunciation, and rhythm. Good habits make life easier, I say again, trying to sound natural. After a few minutes, I hear another interesting phrase. Stay motivated and never give up. I pause the podcast. I love this sentence, I say with excitement. I repeat it loudly. Stay motivated and never give up. I decide to write it in my notebook. Today, I learned a new phrase. Stay motivated and never give up. As I continue listening, I hear another sentence. Learning a language takes time, but small steps make a big difference. I smile. Yes, small steps make a big difference. I am improving every day. I listen to different types of content. Sometimes I choose short podcasts about daily life. Sometimes I listen to English news. Other times, I enjoy English audiobooks. Listening helps me learn new words and expressions, I think. It also helps me understand different accents. As I walk, I see children playing in the park. I describe what I see in my head. A little boy is kicking a ball. A girl is running. They are laughing. I look at the trees. The leaves are green. The wind is blowing softly. I keep listening to the podcast. The speaker says, Practice makes progress. I nod. Yes, that is true. I don't have to be perfect. I just need to practice every day. I practice shadowing. This means I listen and speak at the same time. The speaker says, "Speaking English every day makes you more confident." I repeat quickly, "Speaking English every day makes you more confident." At first, it is hard. "Wow, they speak fast," I say, but I try again. "Speaking English every day makes you more confident." I slow down and practice again and again. "Yes, I am improving," I tell myself. As I walk home, I hear birds chirping. I take off my headphones for a moment and listen to nature. English is like music, I think. The more I listen, the more I understand the rhythm. When I reach home, I pause the podcast and check my notebook. What did I learn today? I write down a new word, consistency, doing something regularly. A new phrase, stay motivated and never give up. A lesson, practice makes progress. I smile. Every day I learn a little more. Listening to English is fun and helpful. I decide to end my learning session with one final sentence. I look in the mirror and say, I am learning English every day, and I am getting better. I feel happy and excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow I will listen again, learn again, and improve again. Later in the afternoon, I sit down with a book. Reading is one of the best ways to improve vocabulary, I remind myself. I open the book to a random page. The words on the page seem a little hard, but I'm not afraid. I know that reading will help me get better. I read the first sentence slowly. The dog ran quickly to the park. I understand it, but then I see a new word, quickly. What does quickly mean? I ask myself. I look it up in my dictionary app. Ah, it means fast. I smile. Now I know the word quickly. I write it down in my notebook. Quickly, fast. I use it in a sentence. The car drives quickly. I'm happy because I learned a new word today. I turn the page and read another sentence. She smiled happily at her friend. I stop. Happily? What does that mean? I look it up. Happily means in a happy way, I say. I write the word happily in my notebook. Happily, in a happy way. I use it in a sentence. She sings happily in the morning. It feels good to use new words. As I keep reading, I find more words I don't know. Excited, challenge, delicious. I pause every time and look them up in my dictionary app. Excited means feeling happy and eager, I learn. Challenge means something hard to do. Delicious means very tasty. I write down each word and use them in sentences. I am excited to learn English. Learning English is a big challenge, but I love it. This pizza is delicious. By the end of the page, my notebook has many new words. I feel proud. I'm learning new vocabulary every day, I think. I take a break and look at the words I've learned so far. I say them out loud. Enthusiastic, quickly, happily, excited, challenge, delicious. Each word feels a little easier to remember. I know that reading helps me learn, but I also know that I need to practice these words. I decide to make a sentence for each word. I want to use them in my real life. I go to the kitchen. I'm hungry, I think. What can I eat? I look at the bread on the counter. This bread looks delicious. I smile because I used a new word. Then I call my friend. Hello, how are you? I ask. She says, I'm excited for the weekend. I laugh and say, I'm excited too. I use another new word. I sit down at my desk and think about the new words I learned today. What's the best way to remember them? I ask myself. I decide to make flashcards. I write the new words on one side and the meanings on the other. I make flashcards for enthusiastic, quickly, happily, excited, challenge, delicious. I go through the flashcards. Enthusiastic, excited, and eager, I say out loud. Quickly, fast, I continue. It's fun to quiz myself. Later, I look at the list of words I've learned over the past few days. I realize that I know many words now. Learning new vocabulary is like building a house, I think. Each word is like a brick. The more words I learn, the stronger my English becomes. I decide to practice using the words in different ways. Let's see, I say to myself. How can I use the word enthusiastic today? I think of a situation. I am enthusiastic about learning English because it will help me talk to people from different countries. I smile because I used the word in a real sentence. Next, I think of the word quickly. I can use it like this. I walk quickly to catch the bus. Happily, I think. I can say, I am happily learning English every day. I write these new sentences down. I feel good because I am practicing. It's like playing a game with words. The more I practice, the more I win. I try to use the words in a conversation. I call my friend again. Hi, how was your day? I ask. She says, it was great. I went to the park and walked happily with my dog. I reply, that sounds amazing. I also went to the park and ran quickly. We both laugh. Using new words makes our conversations better, I think. The next day, I decide to learn even more words. I read a new chapter in my book. I find another word I don't know. Curious. What does that mean? I ask myself. I look it up. Curious means wanting to know something. I write the word in my notebook. Curious, wanting to know something. I use it in a sentence. I am curious about the world. I'm happy to add another new word to my list. As the week goes by, I keep learning new words. I read books, listen to podcasts, and talk to my friends. I write down the words I don't know and use them in sentences. Each day, my vocabulary grows bigger. Learning new words helps me speak better. It helps me understand more. It helps me write better, I think. And the best part is, I am not afraid to make mistakes. I am learning every day. Slowly but surely, I am becoming a stronger English speaker. And the best part is, I am doing it with fun and excitement. I write one last sentence in my notebook. Learning new words makes me feel enthusiastic about speaking English. And I smile, knowing that each word I learn brings me one step closer to fluency. At the end of the day, I sit down with my notebook. I take a deep breath and smile. It's time to reflect on my day, I think. I open my notebook and grab my pen. I start writing about my day in English. Today, I practiced English in different ways. I spoke to myself in the morning. I listened to an English podcast on my walk. I helped a tourist find the train station. Every small step helps me improve, I write. As I write, I think about all the little things I did today to practice English. I feel proud. I'm making progress, I say to myself. Even small steps make a big difference. After writing, I take a moment to read my sentences aloud. Today, I practiced English in different ways. I spoke to myself, I listened to an English podcast, and I helped a tourist. Every small step helps me improve. I read carefully. My sentences are simple, but they are clear. Speaking out loud helps me feel more comfortable with English. I realize that by practicing speaking, I am improving my pronunciation. Speaking is important, I remind myself. It helps me sound more natural when I talk. Next, I look at my vocabulary list. Let's see what new words I've learned today, I say. I look at my notebook and see the words I've added. Enthusiastic, quickly, happily, excited, delicious, and curious. I take each word and try to use it in a new sentence. Enthusiastic. I am enthusiastic about learning English. Quickly. I walk quickly to the bus stop. Happily, she sings happily every morning. I write down the sentences in my notebook. I feel proud when I use new words. Using the words in sentences helps me remember them, I think. Next, I practice using some words in conversation. I'll imagine I am talking to my friend, I think. I say out loud, "Hi, how are you? I am enthusiastic about learning English today." I smile. I used enthusiastic in a sentence. I keep practicing. I am curious about the new movie. I want to watch it quickly. I laugh at how easy it is to make sentences now. The more I practice, the easier it becomes. I feel good about my progress. Learning a new language takes time, but I know I'm improving every day, I remind myself. I pick up my phone and decide to review some English podcasts I listened to earlier. I go over the words that I didn't understand the first time. I listen again and try to repeat the sentences. Imitation helps me learn, I think. I'll sound more natural if I keep practicing. I also write down any new words I hear in the podcasts. Today, I learned the word genuine. I will use it in a sentence. He is a genuine friend. I write it in my notebook and make sure I understand it. I am happy with my progress. Every day, I am getting better. I speak, I listen, I write, and I read in English. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. After reviewing my vocabulary list, I reflect on how far I've come. I remember when I first started. English seemed hard, but now I feel more confident. I can understand more. I can speak more. I can write more. I realize that practicing every day, even for a few minutes, has made a huge difference. I'll keep practicing. I'll keep learning. I will reach my goals. Finally, before I go to bed, I take a few minutes to speak out loud. Today, I practiced English. Tomorrow, I will practice again. I say this to myself in the mirror. I smile and remind myself, every day is a new opportunity to get better at English. I'm proud of myself. I've worked hard today, and I'll work hard again tomorrow. The next morning, I will start my day with the same positive attitude. I will keep learning, keep speaking, and keep improving. I will remember that learning English is a journey, and every small step brings me closer to my goal. As I put my notebook away and prepare for bed, I think, I am confident in my English skills. I am proud of what I've learned, and I will continue to practice, because practice makes perfect. With these thoughts in my mind, I fall asleep, ready for another day of learning and growing in English. Before bed, I decide to watch an English video. I know that listening to native speakers is a great way to improve my pronunciation. I think, the more I listen to English, the better my speaking will become. I take my phone or open my laptop and search for an English video. Sometimes I choose a fun English story. Other times, I pick an educational video about something I'm interested in. I sit back and press play. As I watch the video, I listen carefully to the words the speakers say. I pay attention to how they pronounce each word, the tone of their voice, and how they connect words together in sentences. This is how native speakers speak, I remind myself. Sometimes I pause the video to repeat the sentences I just heard. I say the sentences out loud to practice my pronunciation. I want to sound like the speaker, I think. If I practice, I can speak just like them. For example, I might hear a sentence like, I love learning new things. I pause the video, then repeat, I love learning new things. I listen to my voice and try to match the speaker's tone. I do this with other sentences too. This helps me practice and get better, I think. If there are any new words, I write them down in my notebook. I look up the meaning of the words and try to use them in sentences. I learned a new word today, I say, feeling proud. The more words I know, the better I will speak. Watching videos helps me learn in a fun way. I enjoy it because I am learning and having fun at the same time. Sometimes I watch videos with subtitles, and sometimes I turn the subtitles off to challenge myself. I want to understand what they are saying without reading the words, I think. As I continue watching, I hear a sentence like, "It's important to practice every day." I pause and think, that's true. If I practice every day, I will get better. I repeat the sentence. It's important to practice every day, out loud again. I feel happy knowing I am learning. After I finish watching the video, I feel excited. I think about how much I learned. Even small practice like this makes me better at English, I tell myself. I know I can improve if I keep practicing every day. Now, I'm ready for bed. Before turning off the lights, I take a deep breath and smile. Every day I get better at English, I think. Every word I speak, every sentence I write, and every conversation I have brings me one step closer to fluency. I feel proud of my progress. As I close my eyes, I think about the new words I learned today. Tomorrow, I will continue practicing. I will watch more videos, listen to English, and speak out loud. Every day is a chance to improve, I remind myself. With these thoughts, I feel calm and confident. I know that learning English takes time, but I am on the right path. I will keep going, I think. I will keep practicing. I will reach my goal of speaking English fluently. As I drift off to sleep, I think about all the steps I took today to improve my English. I know I'm getting better every day, and I'm excited for tomorrow's practice. I smile in my sleep, knowing that I am making progress and that every little effort counts. The next day, I will wake up ready to practice again. I know that I'm one step closer to my goal of speaking English confidently. I'll watch more videos, repeat sentences, and use the new words I learn. Step by step, I am getting better at English. When I wake up, I remember the video I watched the night before. I think about the new words I learned. Today I will practice again, I remind myself. Every day I'm making progress. I am getting better. With each new day, I continue to improve. I know that watching English videos before bed is just one way to practice, but every bit of practice helps me reach my goal. I will keep practicing, I say to myself. One day, I will speak English fluently. As I turn off the lights and drift to sleep, I feel happy and excited about the journey ahead. The more I practice, the more confident I will become. I will get there, I think. I will become fluent in English. This thought helps me fall asleep with a smile on my face. I know I am on the right path, and I will keep moving forward. Every day is a chance to improve, and I am ready for tomorrow's practice. And so, my journey continues. Every day, I practice English in small but important ways, and every day I get a little better. I've shared my daily routine with you, and I hope you can take inspiration from it. You don't need to do everything at once. Take small steps, one at a time, and you'll start seeing progress. Whether it's listening to a podcast, repeating sentences, or writing in a notebook, every effort helps. And the more you practice, the more natural English will become to you. Remember, the journey to learning English never truly ends. As you improve, you'll realize that you're constantly discovering new ways to grow. Whether you're mastering new vocabulary, improving your listening skills, or gaining more confidence in speaking, each moment brings you closer to fluency. The key is consistency. Keep practicing, keep making mistakes, and keep learning. Every step forward counts. Learning English can feel like a big challenge sometimes, but it's all about the small steps you take every day. The key is not to rush, but to enjoy the process. You'll find that as you continue, English will start to feel as natural as your native language. The goal isn't just to learn English, it's to make it a part of your everyday life. And just like any journey, it's okay to take your time. Enjoy the ride and be proud of the progress you make every day. So, I encourage you to keep practicing English in your daily life. Look for opportunities to use it, even in the small moments, whether you're speaking to yourself, watching videos, or listening to music. It all counts. The more you use English, the more you'll grow. And before you know it, you'll be communicating with confidence. Thank you so much for being here with me today on English Mastery Hub. I'm really glad we could share this learning journey together. I hope you found this lesson helpful and that it gave you some new ideas for how to integrate English practice into your daily routine. If you did, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future lessons. We have so much more to learn together, and I'm excited to continue this journey with you. Remember, keep learning, keep growing, and keep shining. Every step you take brings you closer to your goals, and I believe in your ability to succeed. You're doing great, and I can't wait to see how far you'll go. So, until next time, good night and happy learning. Stay motivated and keep practicing, because the best is yet to come. See you in the next video.